Tunga, Pauline, Discord, Mafriq. Thank you for allowing me to do this.
Thank you for having us.
It's been a while. I haven't seen the three of you in the same place at the same time. I always see Discord somewhere else. I always see Pauline in other places. Tunga. So it's so cool to actually finally see you in the same place at the same time to tell the story. So
thank you.
I've got a lot of questions, but I think it's only right for me to start at the place where I ask, where did you all meet? Because these are different personalities, different characters. Do you know what you guys remind me of? You remind me of the Fugees, right? Praz, Wyclef, Lauryn Hill, and if you dig into the story of how they met, it's just mind blowing. And I think yours is mind blowing too. So, Masangana say, guys, how did this all start?
It's a crazy story.
Here we go.
But thank you for allowing us to tell our story. It's been a while, and Mafriq inotangira pakuti I come from Highfield. Rocky aigara pamusoro apo, Tunga aigara kuwaterfalls. Saka inini ndaigara ndina Rocky every day. We used to every day we'd be together.
Wait, are you guys related in any way, or you're just friends?
My dad and him, they grew up together and we are related. So it's like one of those families that
right.
So it finds a situation that they got in Rockford every day, and Rockford was coming from a family, Bundu Boys, the great Bundu Boys. So every day they got to go to mom did chikunzwana chititsa magitare chikuti azopindoji mulevo ndawana mkana. But asikambofungira kuti tapedzera takuimba taitotambisawo matoys. So Rocky then moved atanga kugara Waterfalls. Atanga kugara Waterfalls, I would now start moving from Highfield. Ndichienda chikunoona sawira wangu Waterfalls. Muna Shepherd Close. Tichitojamba tichifamba nepapipe pamagara. And time iyo tatotanga kuita we just write songs. Shingoimba kana mushawa. But usingazivi kuti zvinotorekodwa izvi zvacho. So ndaitofamba toenda Waterfalls, Parktown, ndichitonyora song ndichienda kumba kwana Rockford. Ndasvika ikoko ndakasangana nemwainzi Mugo Agro. Saka kuimba pepe taita zvinhu zvakawanda. We used to play video games, skateboard, everything that was cool. Kwajed titori pane zvese izvozvo. Taita sei tatondeka click kedu kankari papo kainzi Dub F Crew. Waterfalls.
Oh,
Dub
Waterfalls.
F meaning Waterfalls Crew. So it was me, Rocky and Mugo. Tatanzwa kuti pane mafesi arikuita sei arikuitawo zvekuimba izvi apa tichi varodropa marhymes vanotibhera ivavo kuti munhu mumwe wataitamba naye ainzi Luke. He was the head boy Velvet. So he was like mashanana. So taita karate foot time yacho. So it's fine.
Big
Shadow.
Big Luke,
Big
man.
Shadow.
It was Big Shadow. So Big Shadow ndowanga ari chimukuru weclick, and isusu tatanzi Big Shadow tofanana norova anatunga varikutibira squaga yedu chechigangster.
Tunga ndianga ari kune imwe crew yacho.
Yeah, anga ari kumusoro kumberuko.
Iyo ndingaziva.
This is like all new for me as well.
Tadasvika kudhini kwanatunga tadadosvika kudhini kwanatunga kune mazimonya uri kupadzisa rotosimudza simbi like every day
For you.
But on a gym those American gyms yokuti inenge iri padheni tosimudza apa skill yavo yakapenga kupfuura yedu. So inaroki tikuona Tunga anogona arotoketa kupfuura isusu keta but asinyazoketa but ndo zvatodaita sei zvatoda kuita. Ana Tunga vanga vatori nemixtape, vane video yavanga vakatoshuta vari padheni vachirepa vachiita mavideo. Vakatori boys dzekustates. Because mwanga akapfeka garments graduation achitoita video. Achitobasta uri panzvimbo.
Which year was this?
This is in the 90s.
This is the 90s?
The 90s.
What?
97.
97 thereabouts. You know, it's the 90s. And I can't put dates, but I can do it with a fast forward, you know, to how we ended up as a clique. Tunga tatopedzera kutanga na Tunga roki aifara mama ita igadzura na Tunga. Tunga kutoti maule net, and you would engrave your, you know, embroider your name pa cap.
So Tunga, you've always been the designer guy.
From way back.
From way back. Sheesh.
Actually, the designing and the music is akango tanga zvese around the same time. Around
90s. The whole family. And then in Narokita, we face to Farata, Tora Tomisaji, crew Edwisus. Dabef crew. Tunga Iramba. Tatinem wines Sean Foot. Shonanga Dabef, he was the singer guy. And fast forward, idina Tunga takazombo pedzata the crew yedu tina rock nkati yanga kunzi Code Red.
Were you guys rappers? Were you singers? What was happening?
We were called combination of everything.
It was a combination
I would rap, sing, like, you know, Jneda T-Pain.
Is it true that Rocky was a rapper then?
He was a rapper. I don't see SFX. Sound effects. So he could do sound effects. From then on, Rocky manje susu inini ndakwenda ku Trust Academy doing my college. Tunga ari pa Poli, and Pauline was at convent, but I said that's Sangana Pauline then.
And Trust is just a block away from
Tango to the opposite. And Rogaras in audition, eitwa na Dilani, eitwa ba girls eye. But the boys endi, but inini na Tunga ndakangota isikuita zvikoro asilanye ndachizvo. Apa Rokanga to regira chikoro akutodaidzira kuti inini ndinoita se
Dawe
Magitare.
He was already at Galaxy, or
Not
at
yet.
the time he was not at Galaxy
Not
yet.
yet. He went to audition. I don't know audition. He got a contract. If I say no, I need another tribe with Ngoni, Kambarami, and Sebede.
And
Ruth Mbangwa.
Rutembango, that was a killer crew. Sebede, Rutembango, Ngoni, and Rocky, another tribe.
Yeah, Vango, Spotlight or something.
Yeah, Spotlight.
Yeah,
I actually remember watching that Spotlight. I also saw, that's when I saw Project Fem. That's when I also saw, what's his name? Culture Kid.
So time you look at time you go to I remember China call box no for a Millennium show. Tarba go repo passing and the Millennium Man because to believe
Tell me more about this radio show, because everyone seems to have a story about this radio show.
Well, radio paid your music like all types of music. American music.
American music, you know. But
Well, speak
what
for yourself.
The Millennium Man did was he introduced the urban, the more like genre yataida ku aspire to isusu as vapfanha vari Zimbabwe, the young upcoming artists from Zimbabwe. So we started listening because it related to what we were trying to do.
So just to give a little bit of perspective, the Millennium Man is Innocent Chuma. This is about 99. And there's this whole craze, this whole talk about the new millennium that's coming, right? And
It was one kingpin per radio.
Yeah, you know.
So he used to call himself the Millennium Man, I think, because he was saying, I'm so far ahead. I'm so futuristic.
Yeah. The
Hence
guys
the
were
album,
very
The Future.
futuristic,
Yeah.
you know, like this was to Apana, and these guys, you'd find Vangatambana Fortune, Paruta, Cognana Fortune, Cognana Innocent but it was an actually song Antony movement, Yana metaphysics, Takatono, Shanda. So rokaona contract neana the tribe inatunga takasara T2 tafutaenda futi kuna Dylan tafuta audition kuna Dylan avati boys chi andikwanisa kusaina imuti 2 manigas.
Like, are you trying to reinvent the wheel?
Stood up manigas track
2 niggas.
and then tatapinda homework manje tadakutsvaka chi baby rinoimba apa chi ini ndaita se irega isangana Pauline chi anonoka inda anonoka kuchikoro
Kulina izononoka mazuva iwayo.
ainonoka convent ndaisangana naye pakona ndikubva kufiyoka but ndaisangana naye paconvent and ane hairstyle iyoyi kobebiri tiri bochi but tinononoka kuchikoro apa rine shona kwaya chichi but ndamusiye ipapo.
So in other words, he was checking out.
So
Ndamuti
ndaikoita ine kuti chamudza chete chikapfuura but ndazodhumana Pauline kuimwe show Miss Harare yaitwa patini amao and ndadina baskai Rocky and then Rocky ndikaedzwa mudza pepiro rinoita se rinoimba apa pana nashamiso gomo chichiimba riterere Rocky avaita se avateerera Rocky then anga nesong yake Seiko nanena mafumo.
This is still skinny Rocky.
Yeah, the bold Rocky.
The bold Rocky.
You guys are getting so cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
Your attitude is cold. Your humor is cold.
So you'd find kuti time iyo ndakamudza Rocky kuti baby rinoita se rinoimba and then tungana namudzo ndaka audition vanhu vakasiyana siyana time yacho ndine song yandinayo ipapo ndiri sister vakasvika build new stamina 1.6 meters ndaida kupachi and then audition mabekesa ndaisangana ndashandisa gumiso.
Thought I was special.
Gumi though.
She's in France.
Hey, Gumi man.
Yes,
I think.
yes.
And ndakaaudition vasikana wanda manchatomboziya but ndakasangana Pauline manjichi ndiri pa Eastgate taidigita panonzi pa Eastgate
Kudigita ndokuita sei?
kudigita ngongori
Apazhara inenge ichiruma.
papanefesudangane shopenzi Helen pajoina city ipapo ichiripo tichienda ipapo toenda nodigita tongoswera tiri papo paEastgate tichichira tiri papo apo tomboenda movie half price chichinyenga mabhebi chichichi ndatosangana maisky manje apa at the same time tikuzivikanwa kuchi kwaDylan Makalima ndototengesa macassettes CDs and cassettes available.
Wait. This is a key moment. What do you mean you were selling cassettes? Because were you guys the runners who were actually selling tapes?
Yeah, ana Dylan abudisana plug CDs, Shame and Nathan, Roy and Royce. That first batch, The Future. After The Future, there was Shamiso production, then there was Future.
Galaxy, then you started making plug CDs.
There's a lot to comprehend and
And then
yeah, we're selling cassettes for all these guys and Decibel. Started Victoria Falls, Blawayo, Tine cassette. So music.
Like vendors?
Yeah, like vendors.
What?
But now it's a mischief about South African product. Tukutera Mkanya, Tuku. You want those cassettes?
So no one wanted urban music
Urban
at
music.
the time to buy it. All right.
So it was me, Rocky, XQ, Nancy. Yeah, a couple of
Indagarama.
Sebede. Ndotoenda kuchikoro ndapfeka t-shirt
Ndaisona
Galaxy CDs and cassettes available. And then from then on, ndakasangana Pauline.
Can I interject?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Pauline had 2 stories because she
From your perspective, okay.
Yeah, no, so do kuti pane zvakazoitika kuti
Go for it. Yeah.
ndiri paipa paEastgate ndakamira tunga tikudigitana naRocky ndanaona Pauline ane boys major players ndakagarawo paseri pachiri raundi paipe
Boys dzinopfekana pavhelo.
dzakatochena smart dzakatiskiri karopanziziri but inini ndandongorochi umofeso asiri wegeto hapana skiri yakawanda ndandikoti ni song ndandateerera conversation yaitika ndichitoona kuti Pauline ari audition achi kune boys idzi saka ndipo mushikirochi ndandatosvika paipena anati bebichi ininichi ndikatitange tetese let's get out the business first ini ndikukufarira
As in Ruspagwa. As in I want you.
Friends, azviiti anandati hapo
Chuya kubend.
ngatitaure inyaya ichitautaura panapa ndakunzosvika kuimbira ichiboys but ndikasong kangu ndapenga ngatiitese tiimbe kasong ikako so ndichisiya Pauline ipapo ndichisangana Tunga ndichizoudza Tunga kuti chindawana beti and at the same time tikubva kuGalaxy Records ndikugara ndichikuona Take 5 anenge ane keyboard yake akamira kuma5 ada kupindawo mustudio ona Dilani but tengosangana unokeda tasangana neana vawanda ipapo Take 5 akubudisa song inonzi Bogo Bogo.
That was a heavy tune. Tough tune.
Saka inini manje naroki takati sound ika ndiye tiri kutsvaga apa kuna cell phone kune landline chero Pauline taimfonera pa landline
Directory. Sini miyabona nzari rogara kuvi.
Chitombo katiro phone namudhara wake kunzi kutsvagani kutsvaga Paul.
My dad's name is Paul. This is Paul.
What? But fast forward naroki takazofamba unotsvaga studio Take 5 Gilcon Avenue kuri
Samafamba from town.
Taizviita izvozvo but
Town Greendale boys.
tembofamba but ipapa nofamba kuenda kutown tafamba kubva pana Masasa kusvika tichitsvaga pamba pacho kaya kuti neaddress hauna kana phone number you just going to look takatsvaga spend almost the whole day looking for his house takazoiwana taiwana hakuna cell phone. It's me and Rocky tasvika paipa Rocky ari kuzikanwa ini handisi kuzikanwa apa nditsvaga
Audition baby. Usanowana baby.
baby ndatori audition kudhara nditori naro but inini ndikuita se ndikuda kurekoda kwaDilani asi uda kuti rekoda aruda chine baby zvoti kwaDilani takatombomira kuita se kuenda ikoko takati peketiri kwana Fizo ndaenda kwana Fizo ndatoti tasvika paipa Rocky ari kuzikanwa neseko yake inini hapana ndandinayo avanza unozodzoka pana na TB takatosvika pastudio pana na Kevi Trinity yanga itori papo yanga iri studio yeTrinity boys tangosvika boys dziripo zvekutoti
Trinity is KVGZ. I don't know the
Andrew.
Yes.
saka tangosvika varipo ivo vari kutongoshamiswa kuti ina Discord vari kuita ichi panapa ukaona dhiri rake rekuti ichi anozoya achirekoda the sound was good ndiri kungotaura saka
Oh yes, I had an interjection. Okay. Inini, I had been trying to break onto the scene as a solo musician. And I remember the one night in question, you could Miss Harare Junior, I think, at Athenaeum Hall. And I had tried to record a song. And I'd gone to the studio, yana outspoken, maybe in Marlborough Civic, some Civic Center area. And like we had tried to record my song onto a cassette. Like it was really hectic, and I remember trying to perform at this particular function, and my backtrack was a cassette, and it wasn't sounding proper. Then I just decided to solo it out, because I knew so I had to make a plan. And then when I finished, Rock was like, you sucked. He was like, Ashibudi, you'll never make it.
He said that. Get out
Apa
of here.
Shenza studio
Skanza,
So I'm not only one want to land, but I'm actually-
yeah, he was really skeptical. I was like, no, I tried to explain, but you know what? This is the best I could do. And Tombo Zote studio, you know, twice say, Chichi, you should help me, type of thing. So it was like a love and hate from the beginning. Anyway, and so, yeah. So when I met these guys, and then the day when we were at Eastgate, I grew up, Nana, Tommy, and like major players. We had a common friend who was their cousin. Yeah. So they would be doing music, and then they knew I was trying to do music. They were like, you know what, homegirl, let's do this. So this was actually like the way these guys kind of grew up together and had a history. I kind of had a history with major players.
Right.
So on this particular day, they were very late. And while I was sitting there waiting, that's when the squad came to talk to me. So maybe if they'd actually been on time.
Do you remember the lines? Do you remember the lines like, hey, shorty?
What up? Oh, it's just lunch.
No, but he was really very lucky.
Can I buy you
Oh no, good heavens. Yeah, so that's how I ended up with the group. But then for me, it was now like, I had also been Kuna Delani, and I was trying to get a solo deal. And he also thought I sucked. Or he said, Kutanzi, you'll never. Or maybe it was like now a gimmick for him, Kuti. And they convinced because then he was like, on your own, I don't see it. But if you join a group. So like there was also a bit of mind play there, like where they were like, the only thing we can offer you is join these guys and you're in.
Right.
But I still wanted to pursue my solo career. But then once I started working with these guys, they kind of grew on me.
ndosvika paipai zvanzi bebi rinoimba iri tunga chichichichi anga aimboimba tinzi avha aimba polina like anogona avha handiti dropawo marimes ako tinzi ndandarepa chichichi that's cool. I remember that day iroro ndopatakabva taenda
tukaenda
kustudio
kustudio chi kuna roki auti conversation
andakandapedza tabva taenda kustudio. So when we got to the studio, I remember that's the time, the day that I recorded our first song and pangu ikarira tatogadzirira ngoma nemagitari zvese takabata
tusvika kuchamhembe nyika
dzozunguka. First time I think that was a pretty good song.
If this is the first time you guys were going to the studio and you're already shouting out Chamhembe, was it already called Chamhembe or the studio was still that squad?
It was that squad. This was stayed on the abstract.
Yes, we were called
Mafriq.
Oh, you were called Abstract.
We were Abstract.
So is this the first record where we actually hear someone shouting out Chamhembe? Because you guys are from the south. All right, okay.
Sando pakatanga Mafriq.
Take 5 ndakamudza kuti wakasatuti recorda shamari zvatodhakwa mameno you regret it for the rest of your life. I gave him that ultimatum. Wamubvunza anokudza kuti discoda akati apa makasatorecorda blazi ji hapana dhiri. So tazoenda kustudio ndipo patakazotapiwa mukana.
So pause for a second. Take 5 studio, right? Because around the time when Take 5 set up his own studio, Delani had already left, right? He was leaving or had already left.
Yeah, Delani angaripo.
You are still around.
Delani was akakutoziva kuti taatoi band
aida kuti tite isusu kunge bongo muffin. He told me to cut off all my hair and pierce my nose.
That was before actually, because
he wanted us to basically replicate bongo muffin. But then we, in as much as we understood that, he wanted us to try and penetrate the South African market. But we were more concerned. We were all very ethnic people. And we were very proud of who we are as Shona, like our different variants of Shona. So he wanted us to actually go and mimic a South African art form. And we didn't want. So this is partly how we left.
Mafriq, because when I heard the name Mafriq, and I was like, Mafriq, what does that mean? Because it just sounded so cool. But when I heard it's my Africa, I was like, oh, it makes sense in the sound and everything.
Yeah. I remember when we recorded that Mira. Ichiri abstract.
Yeah.
The song went on radio. Yavatanga kurira on radio. And everyone was like, these guys are cool. We
One,
even went on the
two,
charts.
And
And
it's so cool
It was
these
on the
days because you
charts.
could record a song like today, and you didn't have to go through all the
Channels, no bribings and
Like we don't have to pay bribes.
you know.
And some
like,
of
yo,
the
this is
dope.
when
But
they
when
had
I
the
see
music
G,
library,
would you tell
why
me
go
discovered?
Nemaka because what they wanted to do was promote more of it
Yeah.
coming.
So we discovered
So
there
like
was
it
a
got
group
played
in
like
America.
after 3 days.
Yeah, it's
It's
abstract.
abstract.
So that was like
Story like a mute bag.
abstract. Let's change our name. This was the second day that I was in the studio. I no record City Wars and City Wars.
Yes. I think-
Africa.
Yeah.
That's a tune. That's a tough
That
tune.
song, I remember we wrote a couple of names on paper. Ndavandanyora kuti my Africa.
Angwa City.
And then Paulina got Iowa. Got Saiti my Africa. Let's.
I was doing French at school.
Yeah.
So I was very
Let's say
excited.
Mon
Private
Afrique.
school
Mon
education
and
kicking
then,
in.
and then we said, but then it's Mother Africa, so let's feminize it, so it became Ma Africa,
Ma.
which is Mafriq.
So it was like, so that's how this
Holding it down.
thing got
Yeah.
out.
So
So from there now it was Mafriq.
how are you
Mafriq,
guys
Mafriq.
composing? Because that's an interesting dynamic.
Maputi.
We would meet every day in park.
Museums.
Parade Gardens. Tine bench ratakatonyora Parade Gardens. Kana chidatonyora
Vandalism.
masong chienda pabench.
Taenda
Kana donyora imwe ndizvo chiite tichatoenda pabench. Would meet Paulina achibva kuconvent, Tunga achibva kupoli, tosangana paipo totanga kunyora masongs. It was
I was breaking a lot of rules at school.
yeah, Paulina angane muskanzi that time acho. Ndaitoda kuziva kuti iyo munhu unotamba nayo iyo.
I did dangerous.
Dangerous.
No, I was
Because
just a
you'd
free
find
spirit. I would like walk out of lessons sometimes and just go play the piano in the hall. And also I came from a very troubled home, so they left me alone because they knew I was probably dealing with some stuff. So they didn't expel me. They just gave me my space. But yeah, I used to bunk lessons to go and do rehearsals in the park, and it wasn't allowed.
Yeah,
When you leave school, you go straight. You don't stop per shop, pay.
You're going home.
So I was taking a lot of risks for these boys.
Plus, you actually never actually see a convent girl
It's not allowed.
in Harare Gardens. Like, come on, man. With boys from Trust Academy. But so let's talk about the sound. Was the sound intentional? Because when you listen to Mafriq, it's got this urban pace, but it's got this very rich, if I could call it ethnic, traditional, very expression in its expression. Was that intentional? Because I see it throughout all the music, but I mostly find it more maybe on the record. What is the record again? The record, the second record.
City was
Yeah, City Hosa, you can tell there was a lot of the chantings, but in Dokuza says when it really came out.
well, what I can say in nangu sokuona kwangu mafungiro angu a movement says senyika yedu like Zimbabwe were colonized and we grew up listening to all these genres R&B, reggae, Bob Marley, jazz, classical music. Saka isusu sevanhu vanga vaifeedwa music iyona naPeter Jones tichikura upanziza tichiona ana Santa Barbara that music MTV yetime iyoyo
Right.
music yanga iri muropa medu. I grew up here muHighfield, Thomas Mapfumo Tuku, Bundu Boys, Rupanziza, ndikunzwa sound yese iyoyo. And ndikupinda mustudio ndikunzi how can you timbire vese? What do you start to think of? You start to think of those things that influence you. And the music was also coming from urban centers. You'd find kuti kwakune vanhu Bulawayo, Anagcinekile, kwakune vanhu Kadoma, Project Fam, you know, all these guys, Varuguya, but all these guys are bringing to the table the same sort of thinking. Yo wakaimba usikunzi unopenga watanga kuti yo munhu asi kutofunga kuti munhu arikuita sei ari kupenga ari kutofunga kuti how do I build from that.
Tunga, you had more of a dancer. It's like you're a guy who
hip-hop.
dancehall hip hop kind of feel.
Yeah.
And Pauline, you're just the shorty who was
Neo
singing,
soul.
but neo soul, Jill Scott, Erica Badu type vibes, Lauryn Hill. What was up with the influence? What kind of music were you guys listening to growing up?
I grew up listening to, like you say, dancehall, reggae, hip hop, a lot of Wu-Tang, you know, that underground type of music. Hardcore, yeah.
Hip-hop, yes,
So when I met these guys, I got to stand on the surface, but I was
You're dumbing it down.
you know, I was underground. I was like really there.
Loads of
You know,
yards.
even when we started recording at Dilani, you would actually try to tone me down. No, don't go too deep, man.
So we are also caught in between producers because Dilana Itilava, Take 5 and do a true far rock shana nine.
But you know what was
but
happening?
funny thing,
I would
And
say
Rocky was
about
producing
Chamhembe
our music.
genres, we couldn't really go too deep as in could make a sound too American or too foreign. Because at the same time, our own local market here, they don't really buy that. Which is why people were a bit skeptical at first about this urban blues movement, because Tangonzi tukukopera.
yeah.
So as Mafriq, I would say our break was when we started to change the sound a bit to make it more
Closer to
Afrocentric,
home.
to bring it closer to home. Like what he was saying, we were taking now my sounds, the sounds that you know, the sounds that you are used to, and then fuse them with the new sound that is coming out. So it was a
And it was
fusion
something
between
so beautiful,
this
man.
and this. We are taking the old, mixing it with the new. That's Mafriq.
You said there's a funny thing.
But I
Fun
just
fact?
wanted to say that Delani refused to record Ndishachete.
Hey, tell me that
He
story.
said
Come on, man.
We wrote it in the park and we were quite proud of it, you know. So we went there. This is when we were still trying to figure out whether we were going to go and sign up with him. And he gave us this long contract. And Take 5 was not so long anyway. And then we went there and then we presented this song. And he just downplayed it from the word go. He was like, what's
This
this
is
mambo
not-
jumbo?
It sounds
Guys.
like a soundtrack from Lion King, and that's a Lion King.
Akawanza, you know, Akawanza.
Lion King,
not
I
you
got
guys,
song
you
in the
know.
sound on
It's like no one will buy into this. We want what's, you know, like she just, I don't know.
Killed our spirit.
Too Afro,
Like he
know?
said, it was too African.
Yeah.
It should be more
Urbanize
popish.
it, make it popish.
and
you know.
urban,
I will
whatever.
not record this. That's what
He
I said.
refused.
It's like, nah.
So she's in a
That same
day. That same day.
Yeah, same day.
We
Because
We just
he was in
responded.
Greendale.
to Greendale.
Take 5 was
But
just
I
down the
Take
street.
5.
And 5 was like, what?
Five
Let's
was
do
like,
this
what?
now.
Let's record
He
this
dropped
song
everything
now.
he was doing.
And
And
Fife has got that energy.
yeah,
It's like,
he was
hey!
like, wow, jumping from wall to wall, screaming.
And at the same time, special mention to Rockford. Because
yes,
Rocky,
yes. Rocky was a ghost.
Rocky
member.
loved the song the moment he heard us sing it.
He was
He
a
was like,
ghost
guys,
member.
let's record this song.
and but Imba Futina Tunga Rocky Tatatumplaga into production.
Yes.
As a band, Tatina Tunga is producer and Rocky is producer. So Gadzira music, Rocky would make sure we're being well represented.
So, you guys wrote the song in the park. Did you also write that Rocky verse? That's the.
No.
Rocky
He wrote his own verse when
Alright.
we got to studio,
For,
right?
for those who don't know, the Rocky verse is the MD watch and I.
Mona Pasi,
I remember I watched you perform this one time. So I'm a fan of the movement, right? And the only
Yeah.
place I could watch you guys perform was agricultural show, right? And I didn't want to go to the showgrounds because I thought I was too old for that, and but I needed to watch you guys,
I
right?
actually have the picture of that particular
And
show.
I
Yeah,
remember
that's
you
good.
came along and you're heavily pregnant at the time, and you're like, and you're like, hey, and that's when I actually knew that Rocky sang the part. So I was, Manji, where's Rock? Rock is not here to sing the part, so I'm going to try and sing the part. And you're actually joking with Dilani, and no, Discord at the time. And that's when I actually knew that, yo, you guys actually, Rocky was part of the song. But the reason why I mentioned that is so that I could move to the live shows,
Yeah.
right? How was the live circuit at the time? What were you guys performing? Were you getting bookings? What was happening?
At first, our first promoter for me and Tunga was Templeman.
Get out of here. Rough Mix Temple.
Rough Mix would be the ones the boys gonna show. I tanga about my heart is filled with so many sides. Rough mix of murder.
Jimmy Wajo.
Samba tonight.
I remember that.
Tinana Rocky.
Tropicana.
Les Brown.
Les Brown. What a world. All
What a
those
world.
shows.
Yeah.
Sister Totanga Guitasi. Kuimba. Kuruchi Town. And he would pay us.
Are you for real? That's why he's the Godfather, I guess.
He's the Godfather, and he was our first
Temple
promoter.
Man.
Tepe for Maunana, Skoro Jesse Girls Eye, Mount Pleasant. Go back to Sangana Leonard, put Shiru Skoro. Sangana Leonard. Shows Tabudisa music. Tepe or my shows, Badangaska Badari. And Terazu one Amwainzi Pasi. We passport diner takashigira namaskiri tikapicha idea yekuti tokwanisa kuita sei. In fact he had heard of the sound and was like, where do I find you guys? So Mafriq and maskiri takatanga kuita sei pure night. Leonard Naroke pure chi the next night, Thursdays. So every
Even
Thursdays
Night.
And that was big. Like,
It was amazing.
so my Thursday
It
nights
grew into a huge success.
Magat
Every group
atangari, less people. People don't know about it. The marketing, advertising, some posters. Kusvika papoint yekutoti mapedzera makuzarisisa. We were now theming the shows. There were more acts which were coming
that
through.
was cool. We once had a beach party where we filled the club Nemavu. So I didn't feel like you're on the beach, and then the dress code was like
We had room to,
swimsuits,
get out of here.
it was like a night at the
and
Apollo.
then we performed. Oh
It was like a night at the Apollo. It was scripted. We knew from 6 to 8 o'clock we have dancers. From 8 to 10 we have the first acts. From 10 we have the DJ. To 12 o'clock we have our final act. 1 o'clock to midnight, DJ. It was like scripted. Every Thursday you would get the same thing.
I remember. I remember people.
we made a lot of money.
You made a lot of money.
Well, it was bond.
It was a big. We used to go for our shows, guy, Passport Diner.
Angari mazim dollars.
I got my $10 show, but you'd have to stop the song packet and be like, DJ, oh, so that you could shove money into
Umbo
bags.
ichai-
Get out of here, but wachikanda mari.
Kwete unzwa kabhurumke kubhurumira mari mumabhegi umboiswa paseja
Vanhu vachi-
unzikechirizano because you wouldn't be able to see your cable yemike inenge yakavhwa nemari
Get out of here. It was bad deep.
nemari
What about when you guys went out?
went out.
How was the music? Were people listening to the music like that as well?
People were just as crazy as people in Zimbabwe. Worse, actually, in South Africa. Isusu tisakatanga kuenda kudzimwe nzvimbo like South Africa, UK, takaenda
the
naWinky,
downside.
Sniper.
Yeah. The downside of it all was we were young. We were these young
Young and
guys just
stupid.
from school,
Tango
no
Peta
management. We were managing ourselves, and you have all this money coming in, the fame,
no sense of responsibility
no sense of responsibility. Saga, it was
No
just like
business
we were
sense.
having fun. For
But
us, it
living
was
the
just
dream,
we were having
like
fun.
mom,
You
I
guys
made it.
we didn't
experience
really
proper
know what
celebrity.
we had.
It was
We
getting
didn't
there,
really know.
we got to
We
that
didn't really
point
understand the magnitude of the thing that we had.
saka takazoregedza kachikoro tata kudya bhegi
Even tichidzokera the culture. Take 5 akaita rimwe rhythm rainzi
Rhythm. I loved your record on it, man.
rhythm for us tata mixwa tese nana extra large
To just give people context, the rhythm is where Susanna is.
Susanna
Dadane.
Tell me.
KV ariko. Saka vamwe vanoziti kwazo yamaridhim akatotangira chi futiwo time iyoyo for us akatori maridhim.
Yeah, like, and you know what? It's okay. Mafriq pataka to blow up. It was a certain template of song, like your Ndisho Chete and your Chizevezeve types, which had a certain formula. But we were so diverse as Mafriq still are. We had a lot of dancehall songs.
With every type of song.
We had, so
One of my favorite records from you is Love Song.
We had house
Oh, man.
music. We had so many types of music, but then I don't know, the wave just wanted us to continue doing Ndisho Chete-ish songs. But we are so diverse. He's like 3 people in one, he's 3 people in one, I'm 3 people in one. Sakapano to Buddha different
Yes, it's
flavors. And I feel like at some point, you know, our inspiration started to run dry because people started to stereotype our music, and we wanted to grow out of that. And then this might also have led to some of the pressure towards our breakup because we were not really free to express ourselves anymore. We had now kind of defined this one genre, and every time you try to do something different, we went to get out.
So
But I love dancehall, and I had to do dancehall at some point in my life, and I did dancehall. You know, I don't put it with them. I rhythm. I've done rap. I'm now playing bida, and all. So now I think we hope the fans are now ready for us to like really just be ourselves.
so it's a good thing. Discord is actually holding an original
I don't
Chamhembe
know where
Volume
you found
1
it, but I want to
CD.
steal it.
So let's just backtrack a bit, right? Chamhembe, how did the Chamhembe name come about? From what you're saying you're one of the first people to shout out Chamhembe, right? People have different versions of what made Chamhembe come together, right? So
Chamhembe.
Chamhembe, what was Chamhembe? Was it a music stable? Was it a collective of artists? Was it what was it?
I mentioned it in the record. They mentioned I'm record. Zvakafara kuti pastudio pazara vanhu. Vanhu havandibvunza kuti Discord Chamhembe ndokupi. Ndakauza kuti Chamhembe ndiko kwatiri ka boys. I did Shona A level. Ndakauza kuti Chamhembe ndiko kwatitori boys. Tiri kuSouth. So we represent the South. Titori boys dzekuChamhembe. Zvekuti pauzoitwa imwe show inonzi Hamundinzwi. Kwaina na Kevin na Ngoni chichi. Wachitokwanisa kushandisa any
Sure.
Pawakaenda kushow yekwamutare nana project fam chi vanhu vanga kutranslate now every word which is in English into Shona. Pakutonzi hure muchinda pichinikadai Chamhembe chakuchamba mafenzi chirufida. Saka after that, you know, people now vangatodzoka vatori muchivibe chekutoti isusu tiri boys dzekuChamhembe. We do what the Chamhembe people do. We speak our own language. We created our own words. Like words I created. Skebede. Skebede. It was about creating the new lingo, the new slang.
Redefining urban Zimbabwe.
Because trends are always changing. Even now, ndinotoshamisika ndichikutokudza mama words atinenge tishandisa kuti Discord achembera but autoziva kuti kungwavha kuita sei.
So just also to give context, there was a time when you could see slang creeping up to everyday use in Zimbabwe. Remember those days?
Yeah.
When it started slowly, and now
You need a whole
Yeah, you need-
dictionary.
Achatoziva Shona yacho because language yacho is slang. Achakwanisa kutaura language yedu chivanhu chedu sezvachiri. And with our music as Mafriq, ndozvo zvataedza kuita se kungodzosa vanhu back to the roots, kutaura nyaya nekuridza mainstruments anenge achiita se achisounda back to, you know, motherland.
it's amazing you guys say that. So now Chamhembe is established. What was the vibe at Take 5 Studio? Because I've heard a lot of stories of people were practically staying at Take 5 Studio. It was just a vibe. It was like just go there and you'll find everyone there, just staying there, doing whatever there.
Ndikumbira kuti uzoita imwe footage yauchainonotora ka paunoburikira pamasasa ungofamba uchingofamba wobvosvika paTake 5, and then imagine what was going on in all those people's heads when they're walking from there to Take 5's head.
Because
to the house.
It was quite a walk, like you
So
prepare
kana
yourself
wasvika
for the
ipapo
walk.
ka ausikufanira kunge uchiita se tisikuita majokes.
Sometimes it was pointless, like, what's the point of coming here,
Total
not
mirror
achieving
your
anything
turn.
and going home? I won't leave until, because you're like, sakanda family.
So you'd stay there for days.
Yeah, wakamira
Because
mukana
you
wako.
know Shiga kuri busy. And the show anenge atoriwo busy because when this Chamhembe thing was now starting to grow, a lot of people wanted in. A lot of people wanted to record na Take 5. His sound
And he was
maturing.
easygoing, and
He was
understood
He understood
artists for their
the artist.
individuality as opposed to
Sana,
somebody
wanda,
who was trying to make us his versions of something
So
else.
Chamhembe, people start calling themselves Chamhembe. Then people say we want to put together a compilation album, right? And this is a template that we
Welcome to the ghetto.
this is a template that we had seen from the future, the Urban Grooves album. Now Take 5, because Take 5 is a student of Delani, and Delani was there with the first cast, which is the Shamis Entertainment album, right? And you decide to call it Chamhembe. Chamhembe comes out, blows up, right? Let's go back to that era in time, because Chamhembe was huge.
I didn't mention another person. There was Grace Janami. Grace Janami was the manager of the studio. So there was a few
Entertainment.
that's what
Of that
entertainment.
squad entertainment.
Yeah.
Chamhembe was just
Chamhembe was just
The-
a name. Let's just say East Coast, West Coast kind of
oh,
thing.
what? Yeah, this is West
you
Coast,
know,
this is South.
this is
Okay.
West Coast. It wasn't really like the name of the stable.
This was that squad.
This
That's
was
why
that squad
Rocky shouts out
entertainment.
that squad
Musica,
musica
yeah.
in Susanna. All right.
So you'd find kuti kwazobuda ana Chigutiro
Wait, before we go to Chikutiro, capture Chamhembe Volume 1.
Oh,
People
Volume
are
1.
buying the
Yeah.
Chamhembe tape because it was huge.
How did we get to Chamhembe Volume 1? There were a lot of artists
papanana Archie.
who were coming, and then
Anathatenda.
you had to, at some point, I think he
Anathatenda.
separated the potential that he could see for artists that could make it, and I think those are the artists that he put on that compilation. Because Tantaka Wanda, I think there were a lot of people from
A
that
lot of
era
people were recording.
who were recording Ikoko, but they didn't make it onto the Chamhembe Volume 1. Some of it was based on good relations. Some of it was based on just the potential.
There were only 10
potential.
records.
There were 10 records, and I think that's also then what spurred him to do the Chamhembe Volume 2. But the first Chamhembe, I think he took the ones that he really saw a tangible future.
Most promising.
And he also needed us to elevate the brand into visibility, because some of these artists were already on the scene. Like Rocky was already showing a Seiko video. Tom Salad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Salala.
You know, a lot of these had broken out. So for him as well, and for that squad, I feel it was a plus, because we put him on the map, like officially.
So what,
Aripo pavideo handirege.
After
So what really-
Anatelani compilation, I think.
Yanga
Another future
yeah, urban, that's the Urban Grooves.
So this was now the
compilation,
generation of.
That's what
A lot of us were outcasts. Tangatarambwa nemamwe labels. Anyway, so it was also like some redemption. Some artists who felt like, so there's no way for me to fit, and he was like, no, I'll give you somewhere to fit, and you can be whatever shape you are, whatever form.
You can do what you want.
You can come and do your or you can do.
so that's why the Chamhembe tapes have this freeness.
Yeah,
There's
people
this
were,
infinite
Papa
creativity.
and we didn't pay.
That's now
anything.
badamari. So it brings us futi panyaya kuti say it's now badamari. Zvinozodzokera kumberi.
The Chamhembe tape made a lot of money. Did
Yeah.
you guys actually
Questions,
make money from
yeah.
the Chamhembe
Because
tape?
isusu takasainawo contract
didn't.
kuti isusu tinoda kungorekodha music yedu nokuendeserwa kuchi radio.
I think the contract was
Pretty
actually
good deal.
there was a clause here. We as artists we will make our money from the live shows, and them as a record label they will make their money from the selling of the CDs
From the
and
masses.
tapes. Yeah. So our side was that they would not interfere with our shows and whatever we make from the shows.
And our song will
And
remain our song.
But we also had the rights to our own song on the album. Song there, so the royalties for the song remain ours.
So what then broke off Chamhembe?
I don't know.
Okay, pane meeting. Andisataona hangu interview yaStana ka, but pane meeting yanga iripo inana Stana nana XQ. Rupanzisa. This is after yatengwa.
Chamhembe Plus.
Ipakuda kuitwa Chamhembe Plus. Yanga yatengwa. Saka pakazoitwa meeting ika vanhu vangaona potential yekuti there's money to be made in this music. And ana Take 5 time iyoyo vaitonzi vaita mari vatenga motikari.
Did you actually buy cars, Take 5?
Yeah, he bought a car. Nemagitari. Akatenga motikari.
What type of car is it? Do you remember?
Inenge ngeri sunny box. Saka dzimwe team manje dzanga dzakutoona kuti uya totenga motikari but isu madhiri atikuita asutipa mari. Ini ndandikoripo studio paitwa meeting yacho. Saka vakawanda vakabva kuti isu takuizvitira chi zvedu tega. That's why you'd find nana XQ nana Stana wakabuda vamwe vakavhabawo futi music yavo vaita vaigadzirwa patik 5 like vakatobva vazokuitora vakaireleasa chi without the consent that squad saka vangatobuka chi take 5 but isusu manje we were just neutral, we were not partisan.
You guys didn't have a record on Chamhembe Plus.
We had.
Tonight,
Which one?
Zua.
Zua. I keep forgetting that record. I keep forgetting that
Tatipo
record.
pa Chamhembe
Did
Plus.
you also make money from the Chamhembe Plus? Because after Chamhembe 1, people had seen that, yo, there's money to be made. And still, you went on to make another album, and you didn't rectify that.
Zvakafanira kuti zvandiri kuedza kukudza kuti isusu patime yatanga tiri tasina management, but at the same time kunge une song yako uchikwanisa kuenda neperforma kwaunoda usina munhu ari kuita singe for example zvinoitwa zvakunzi zvinoitwa nana levels zvokuti vanenge vakubata mari yemaadverts emunhu kana kuti vakubata mari dzimwe dzisiri idzodzo ana take 5 vangasina chi izvozvo iti get your money wamuda kusvita video itai video yenyu iri panzisa. But you'd find situation yekuti isusu tatitoriwo plan yedu yekuti kuti music tikutoibatanidza itechi album topresenta kunana Metro Studios topiwa chi album rather than be always part of a compilation and try and look for money from someone else when you can easily just make that money for yourself. So atati really concerned pakuti take 5 atenga motikari kana kuti azotenga imba neCD ratakaburitsa rere.
So when you look back at 2004 to in fact just from 2002 all the way up to 2005 when the Chamhembe Plus album came out, and we sort of like see Chamhembe dying down. When you look back at through those years when music was happening and everything, what could you say is the legacy of that whole era? If we call it the Chamhembe era, because it's post
Chamhembe era. I think the legacy is that Chamhembe showed everyone that we can do it. Apart from using live instruments, because the downside was that we would go even kumagala, and the name vapfanha, you know, people would look down. Other artists actually would look down on us. Music, digital. But from that digital music, we reached millions of ears, and people loved the sound. So I think it opened.
It was a revelation.
It was a revelation for a lot of people. Even computer can make a hit song. That's why after that, a lot of studios started to come out. I remember even Jonathan Moyo when he was the Minister of Information.
Earphone, like, a tiny one.
So it opened our eyes. We can actually do this, you know. I remember Jonathan Moyo even said, we don't want at Shada Mama studio, Anongo Nyuka. Mawandis are my bedroom studio, Tada regulator, my studios and stuff. Do you remember that time?
Yeah, I was sort of part of Pambili Logufunda, crew.
It changed
was
the industry
sort of the
a lot.
movement. It was a revolution. In Dutaris and Chiti, there was now a breakthrough from 100%, 100%. Kagore 100%. We'll still be at the same position. And I'll say this because Dutera radio every day. News is tower papo dedzo kwa America. Birthday watera unzi happy birthday, not on happy birthday in America. We're trying to change that. And those trends are still there.
Celebrity, it's not to celebrate. America,
we are not celebrating our own heroes. Apana pa unomboudza nasi birthday ramaiska kana nasi birthday okay. Pane vanozikana neasingazikana. And this time after zvataura zvokuti after zvakaita die down unozoona zvinhu zvakawanda because takaenda up enda down tatazoenda up chizerezere futi tatazoita down tatamboenda up neshungu dzemoyo tatazoita down unifira saka patime yese yataimboedza kukwira ipapo pane zvinhu zvaunenge uchiita se uchitoona kuti matrends anoita se ari kuchinja. Kwane danso ini ndakaita song na Soldier Love uripanzize. It's popular everywhere. Ndaida kumurora mwana uyu nditi rombe, but radio doesn't know about that song. Now the trends are now with the people. The movement is now on the streets.
It's always been. Though.
It's now terribly on the streets. It was a few individuals who were going to take 5. But usually, in studio, 5. I don't know. I don't record Zim Dance. Zim Dance in the constructions are one template.
So, do you think Chamhembe you could keep all those artists in the same place for as long as post 2005, if you could? Was it even possible?
I think we didn't have a music industry then.
It's still, there's no music industry.
It's hard to say if we have one now. Why I say so is because, it's like, trends change, okay? But you can't have a runaway industry. You know what I mean? There has to be something that stays constant. There have to be some sort of a procedural way of doing things, because a lot of artists are working hard out there. As soon as I turn to I'm a celebrity. I'm like, to be a celebrity is to be celebrated. I think that's originally where the word comes from. Now, my financial net worth could be a matter of management issues. It could be global economics. It could be national economics. There are so many things that can affect someone who is celebrated, their lifestyle, and the depiction of what their talent has earned them. It can be messed around with them factors. And I believe we're all celebrities. Yeah, now I'm a celebrity because I'm celebrated for what I do. When people know that it's me, they celebrate. And they celebrate
for what
the
you
work.
have done.
But we've been told that Tina value because Tina married to the extent where we're supposed to have money. We've passed through money, Susu nature, they urban grooves. You'd order a pizza, then you'd go to Steers, order my chips and again $1,000. Otherwise, after the ice cream, because it's got time. And then you'd go book yourself a hotel and sleep. Then in the morning, you shop for new clothes. Then you take a taxi.
Yeah.
And going home in a taxi
at the age of 16.
What,
So
it's
the
like a
money
Macaulay
aspect, I don't think
sort of story. But you'd find industry. Industry, industry in Zimbabwe. The last time particular industry in Zimbabwe was when people like Galo Records were still in Zimbabwe and ZMC was still ZMC. Because when an artist, let's say a compilation, pure advance.
In a value,
okay, you're signed. We need to cater for you, you need a finance manager, you need a show manager, you need a band manager. You'd find vanhu vakaita sana Marshall munhu mumwe ana Thomas Mafumo ana Oliver Mtukudzi vakange vachishanda nevanhu ivavo.
That kind of a support
system. Ndo zvimwe zvinhu zvatakadzidziswa nana Mudhara Tuku as vaita se nhaka yavakatisira kuti iwe Mudhara unoziva kuti taitopedza kana 3 weeks tichiriyesa kuti tingorekodha one song kugado. Kwaikwanisa kunge kune line yakamirira vanhu kuti vaite sevarekodi. Ana Dembo vaitengesa maCDs mamillion aitoita chindiro cheche unochiziva chiplate cheche chiplatinum.
Funny story, I went to Safirio Madzigatire's house, right? And there's a plaque in his house where he was plaques.
And at the same time,
from sales.
Yeah, from sales.
So what I'm trying to say at the same time is that it was an industry. Yakuti vaiziva kuti kana vagadzira music kuGalo kana kuti ZMC, they're going to take the music to a distributor. A distributor is going to distribute kunana OK, kunana Power Sales, kune every store. Andidi. Zvakuti CD rako risati ratombosvika kana kuti runzi rubuda mangwana ka. Rinenge ratoita sold out kudaro. Because OK machipisa, Glenview, inenge yaita se yato order kana OK Zimbabwe yese ya order ma CDs adautengwa yarutoziva kuti album tombotira jaya rubuda mangwana ka. Saka tufana kutoritenga.
So are we going to ever see another Mafriq album?
Yes.
Yeah, we are working on an album, but we are facing a lot of
we are not facing anything.
Are you guys? Are we gonna see another Mafriq album?
Yes,
We
definitely.
actually have a single
When is it coming out?
just after Corona. After we remove all the masks and what from the city,
because they're
we are going to
celebrating.
hear something new from Mafriq.
Yeah.
Right. I like that.
with the video as well.
Yes, a beautiful.
Tunga T, Pauline, Discord, Mafriq, thank you so much for allowing me to tell your story.